Dear viewers, welcome to yet another episode of Your Life, Your Money. You would have heard about review of your investment, but there is something else you need to be doing when you are setting out to do your financial plan. That aspect is checking the financial health of yours. Financial health has nothing to do with the investment that you make. It has a different purpose, it has a different process. What is its importance? How you have to do? What is the outcome that you get from this financial health checkup? I will discuss all these finer points in this part of the video. Everything that I discuss in this video has a bearing on maintaining good financial health. Therefore, please stay till the end of this video and make sure that you are on the right course. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, your financial guide for a happy living.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Financial health checkup is the starting process of financial planning. Unless you do that, you do not know where you are standing. It is making things clear for you. Are you financially healthy? Are there shortcomings? Are there anything which you need to work on before you set out to reach your life goals? What is the opinion of a financial planner when he sees this particular data? Which takes me to another topic, that to do the financial health checkup, it's just not that you work on it. No, you definitely need the services of a financial planner. When you do it yourself, you will not know what is actually needs to be done. What are the things that you should focus on? For that, an experience is required. Therefore, the services of a financial planner becomes paramount in going ahead with the financial health checkup. If you have a financial planner, you can take their services. If you are looking out for the services of a financial planner, you can always make use of services provided by NRI Money Clinic. We have a team of experts who can do all these things, and they can help you reach any of the life goals. If you have an intention to engage a financial planner, all that you have to do is reach out to us through the numbers that we have given here in the description box below. To make things easier, we have just provided a link over there. Click on that link, it takes you to the WhatsApp. Send us the exploratory message, and our team of experts are ever ready to help you. Why delay? Send that message right now. Now let's look at the certain specifics of what is that you have to do when it comes to question of doing your financial health checkup. Number one, how often you should do it, and when is the first time you have to do your financial health checkup. It's just not sufficient that you do financial checkup once. How do you do when it comes to question of your physical health? You do it at regular intervals of time, depending on whether it's once in a year, once in 3 years, once in 5 years, at what stage of life journey you are in. Likewise, the financial health checkup has to be conducted at regular intervals of time. The first time that you have to do is either when you start working in the beginning once, or you have missed that point, you are in the middle of the career. Today is the time you start checking for your financial health. Where do you stand? You have to repeat it every 5 years. If you start doing a financial health checkup today, the next financial health checkup should happen 5 years later, and it should be repeated at every 5 years period of time. If you're a person who is looking at retirement in the near future, which is 10 to 15 years from now, the first financial health checkup should start at age 45 years of age. You must do a health checkup if you are looking at the retirement. You repeat it again 45, 50, 55, 60, that is when you retire, and as and when required, post that retirement age. Every time you are going through a major life event, that is the time you have to do your financial checkup. For example, if there is a change of job, what impact it will do. If you are buying a house, or if you are moving to another country, let's say your son or daughter is going to college and it involves certain amount of money, and you want to reevaluate your options, what's changing, what might happen. So every major life event, prior to that, you have to do financial checkup. To summarize, first time when you start your job, and those of you who are tuned in now in the middle of your career, one financial checkup today, and 5 years gap, you have to constantly do it. People who are looking for retirement, first health checkup 45, 50, 55, 60 years. With every major event, please do the financial checkup. Dear viewers, again I stress here, financial health checkup has nothing to do with the investment that you are going to do. So it has nothing to do with mutual funds, direct, regular, whatever it is. It is just about evaluating your financial position as things stand today. Now let's look at what all the things that you have to do when you go through the financial health checkup. For those of you who are doing the first time health checkup, you should start from the scratch. That means, what is the salary I am getting? What is my income that is there? What is my other sources of income? What are the life goals that I have to go through? Let's say that you have got a new job today. You are a fresher in the market. The first thing that you have to evaluate is how much salary I'm going to get. Where the salary should go. Don't go with an idea that I have to buy a car and kind of a thing. Those things can come later. But things like you have borrowed money from your parents. How do you intend to give it back? Or you have an education loan. How do you intend to clear this? You need a vehicle to move around. It could be a two-wheeler, a car, whatever it is. How do you intend to do that? So list all the life goals which you need to achieve in the next 5 years. Because you are an youngster today, I will not take you through the long-term life goals of retirement and other things. At least what do you want to do it in the next 5 years? Those things have to be tabulated, make a list of them and find out how much money you need to achieve that. And for those of you who are in the middle of the career and you are doing your financial health checkup for the first time today, you evaluate your current situation. What are your resources that you have right now? You would have saved some money and it could have been parked in the bank FD. You could have purchased a house. You may have some parcels of land. You would have invested in plan A, B, C. So list all the things where your current resources are. Likewise, also check how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, do a budgeting, this is what I get, this is what I need to spend upon your living expenses, your payment of EMIs, paying to school fees of children, whatever it could be, and find out whether there is a equilibrium between these two. That means you are earning more, you are spending less, and you have more savings or less saving, or you are just breaking even. This aspect has to be known. Likewise, you should also check what might change in next 1 year. You could be paying the EMIs for some of your personal loan, vehicle loan, or whatever the liabilities you are carrying. You see what changes will happen in next 1, 2, 3 years or next 5 years when the financial health checkup becomes due. Likewise, find out what is the events that you have to attend to. When I say events, it's not the family event, it's your life events like marriage, education of your children, buying a house. What might happen in the next 3, 4, 5 years period of time, and what effect it will have on your cash flows. Will it create a drain or will it add to your cash flows, these events? So you have to figure out how you are going to do that. Now, during the process of this evaluation, you should identify the points of risk. Points of risk could be that you perceive certain things could be risky going forward. For example, if your son or daughter has to go to college in 1 year from now and there is a turmoil in the job market and you feel that you might lose your job, those points have to be identified. Likewise, you would have put certain money in funding the child's education. You could have kept some money there. But the current expenses of education are far higher, but the amount of money that you have is lesser. That should show up when you do the financial health checkup. Then you should have a mental plan or you should seek professional advice. How will I fund this particular gap? Should I take an education loan? Should I take a personal loan? How will I bridge this particular money? Or if you have got certain assets, can I liquidate that asset? So all these possibilities will become clear to you when you take you through the health checkup. One another thing that you have to look at is what is my financial assets versus what is my physical assets. Many people feel very confident that my net worth is so much, whereas over 90% of their assets could be held in the land or buildings, and that's not available for you to liquidate at the time of when you need money. So you have to find out how much of my money is locked in physical assets and how much of money is locked in my financial assets. If your money is in financial assets, you should also check up, is it that I have invested in something which is close-ended, which I cannot take out the money, or if that money is available to me whenever I need it or not, or when those major events are happening, money, that also has to be checked up. So when the event happens, whatever that could be event, you should be ready with the required amount of money, and this financial health checkup should give you confidence that I will tide over this particular situation. When you're doing this health checkup, one more thing that you have to identify is, I said that you know what's your assets, your physical assets versus your financial assets. You should also identify what are your non-performing assets. A non-performing asset is an idle pool of money which does nothing for you. It could be you have just parked in a savings bank account. That could be one of the things. You could have just parked it in liquid funds. You don't need this money for next 5-10 years. That could be, I would consider it as a non-performing asset. Or you could have parked a huge amount of money in the bank fixed deposit. That can also be categorized to a certain extent as a non-performing asset. There are a lot of people who put money in land parcels, buildings. They don't generate required amount of returns for you. Identify all these non-performing assets which can be redeployed to reach your life goals. Now look at the periodical financial health checkup. Now you are doing it for the second time or n number of times after that. What is that you have to do during that particular period of time? Now you have a basis to do this. Now you have done a health checkup prior. It has thrown certain results and you have written down your life goals, the available cash, how do you intend to do it, what you are going to do. All these things are there from your first financial health checkup. Now what you have to do is review it. And you have made certain hypotheses on that day. You have made certain observations. You have taken certain decisions based on your first financial health checkup. Now you review. Now the review will tell you one thing. Are you disciplined with whatever the outcome that came on that day and you decided to take certain actions? Have you followed it with a proper discipline to set right the anomalies or to place your funds in such a way that you will reach life goal? If your answer is no, I have not been very disciplined and it has been wavering, I did not follow it up correctly, I didn't pay my premiums, contributions, whatever it is correctly, then you are on a dangerous path. This indiscipline can be the point of risk for you going forward. If you are somebody who is a do-it-yourself investor and you are following it up without proper discipline, I have no hesitation to say you must seek the advice of just not the professional financial planners, somebody who can put pressure on you, follow up with you, get things done, make things happen, and they'll be working in your best interest. That is required. But if you are a do-it-yourself investor, you have used the services of a financial planner once, you stick to the discipline, you are perfect, you can still continue with your own path. But review becomes very important. Now from the time you have done the first financial health checkup 5 years before, a lot of things would have changed. Number one, inflation has changed. Interest rates have changed. Your personal circumstances could have changed. For example, you could be working in Bangalore 5 years before. Today you could be working in Dubai. Or you would have been working in US on a on-site job and you would have come back to India. You didn't have a house at that point of time. Today you may have a house at your disposal. You could have changed the jobs. You could have changed the sector. You could have given up employment and thought of starting your own startup. So many changes could have happened during this particular phase. So find out what has changed from the time you did financial health checkup and what impact it might have from here onwards. One of the things which is likely to happen between two financial health checkups is the change of cash flow. It is obvious that there will be change to cash flow. You could have moved up the ladder, you could have been promoted, or you could have got a raise, you could have changed the job. It will have an impact on increased earnings in most of the cases. Likewise, in case of people who had liabilities in the first place, during the last 5 years, you could have cleared those liabilities and you may have more cash at your disposal at this point of time. Now, based on your first financial health checkup, which you did 5 years before, you identified a lot of life goals and it resulted in a situation where it says that yes, you have got a lot of life goals, but the current situation will not allow me to work on many of them. I'll choose one or two of them, and when time permits or whenever the suitable time, I will work on life goals. Now, because the cash flow situation has changed, and if it is a positive cash flow which is coming in today, you should attempt other life goals at this point of time. Evaluate your cash flow. If you see a change in cash flow which is positive outcome, then you should feel happy and you are on course and you can take to work on other life goals at this time. The other times when you have to do financial health checkup is irrespective of when you have got done, whether it's first time, periodic, whatever it is, whenever you pass through a major life event, it should be preceded by a financial health checkup. What are the major life events that requires a financial health checkup? Number one, marriage of your children, which could be closer to your retirement days or post the retirement. Purchase of a house, moving from one place to another place. It could be within India, it could be outside India, it could be between two countries. That's fine. You are getting into a major investment. It could be a startup, it could be investing in a friend's company, whatever it is. If it a major event, your financial health checkup has to be done. You should weigh the pros and cons of going ahead with this. And when you get confident that I can handle this, that is the time you should move ahead. So do not venture any major life events without a prior financial health checkup. Even in case of marriages of self or in case of education funding of your children, a lot of things have changed over a period of time. Let's say that you have a child today and the child goes to college 17 years later. So you would have anticipated that the fee could be like this. You could have anticipated that your child will study a particular course. That could have changed. You thought that your child will study in a place A or B. That could have changed. So it calls for a financial health checkup whenever you pass through these major life events. Likewise, retirement is a super major life event. In case of retirement, I was very perplexed when we did recently the retirement planning seminar. We were overwhelmed by the number of people who asked to be participants. We are sorry we could not onboard all of you. We could plan only 500 people and there was an overwhelming response and we had to say no to a lot of people who came in after the first 500 registration. Nevertheless, we will do one more seminar very soon. Stay tuned with our videos and we'll announce soon when we are going to hold the next retirement planning seminar. Those of you who have missed at that point of time, please register and have a good retired life and benefit from this particular seminar. Retirement day is a major life event and the preparations have to start much earlier. Therefore, you should constantly keep checking your financial health and you will pass through a major phase of life. Your children are growing, you are in the peak of your career, you could be doing mistake. It can lead to midlife financial crisis and instead of from a winning position, you might create losing position by certain mistakes that you might do. Therefore, I strongly recommend for those people who are in those band of 45 to 60 years to do constant financial health checkup every 5 years, starting from 45 years, 45, 50, 55, 60 years. What is that you should look at? You should look at what is the impact it might create on your retirement cash flow, the changes in the interest rate cycle. What happens if the inflation goes through the roof? How you are prepared for this? Do you have adequate amount of money or not? Where is that you have invested your money? Where is that retirement corpus is going to come from? Where is that you are going to live? Do you have a house or not? So many of the things that you discover during this financial health checkup cannot be repaired in one day or 1 year or 2 years. Therefore, if you start at 45 years of your age, it gives ample time for you as well as your financial planner to apply the correctives and create a beautiful retired life for you. Therefore, do not neglect this. Your physical health checkup is very important. Equally important is your financial health checkup. And take the retirement very seriously. Retirement is a time where you are lonely, your children are out, you don't have a job, you don't have the comfort of getting the salary in your bank account month after month, and you can't create that at the age 60. The preparation should start much earlier. When you take you through this financial health checkup, what is the outcome of that? It will show you that whether you are earning sufficient enough or not. Are you at a point of risk? It will show you whether you are able to save sufficient enough or not. Are your expenses overpowering you or you still have good amount of savings? Are you wasting your resources? Is there a possibility that you can reduce your expense and increase savings? All these things will show up during your financial health checkup and it becomes easier for you to apply the correctives when you take you through this financial health checkup. And finally, what is the result we will reach to? There are three possibilities possible scenarios. One, you may feel that I have adequate income and I am able to provide for all the life goals. I have certain amount of income, I have certain amount of expense, and I have to provide for so much of money for reaching my life goal. I am able to break even. That's one possibility. The other possibility could be I have a super income. I can go ahead with all the expenses. I have more savings. I can allocate for all the life goals. Still, I am left with more money. That means more than adequate. The other case could be that I have an inadequate position as far as my cash requirement is. That means I have more expenses. I have to provide more money for reaching my life goal. Whereas my income that I have, the resources that I have is not adequate for me. If you come to know it ahead of time, all that you have to do is apply the correctives. What is the corrective that you have to apply? You have to reduce your expenses if you can, reduce all those wasteful expenses, and you and your spouse have to sit together and see how you can create that additional income. Also, you can also upskill yourself. You can consider change of place, change of job, anything that helps you to increase your income to reach all these life goals. You can start working on that. But if you are somebody who is the unfortunate one, who has an expense for whatever the reason, and you can't do anything to increase your income, what is the recourse that you have? Very simple. Downsize your dreams. Live within your means. That's the only option that is there in front of you. If you don't listen to this voice, then what happens is you become a laughing stock in front of people. So you have to live within your means. If you feel that you don't have adequate income, either increase your income or reduce or downsize your dreams. Dear viewers, hope the video that I have done today helped you to understand the importance of carrying out periodical financial health checkup. It's important what results it will throw and how it is a meaningful and effective step in creating a nice financial life in all of you. If it helped you to go through this process, please do give me a thumbs up. If you are somebody who is yet to subscribe for the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon. Do not forget to share these videos with your near and dear ones, friends and relatives, and all the WhatsApp groups on which you are connected with. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you with yet another episode of Your Life, Your Money next Friday. Till then, stay safe. Jai Hind.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.